And welcome, friends, to Kurt Berglund's Baseball World. Playing hurt again today. Apologize for the voice. We're up to what may be the last game of the regular part of the tournament before the World Series. I've said that before, though, and I've been dead wrong. So we'll see what happens today. We have the standings for you right here. In first place is the team, the challengers today, the Negro Leaguers, with 9 wins. They will be hosted by the 1901 to 1920 Dead Ballers, the current Kings of the Hill, who have 7 wins. 2 possibilities exist. One is that the Negro Leaguers win this game, get to 10 wins, and by virtue of doing so, establish home field advantage for the best-of-3 World Series, and the regular season of this tournament stops. They would then host the 1981 to the present National League, who, as it happens, are all alone in second place with 8 wins, and would be the road team for the World Series. I'm going to talk at the end of this video more about how the World Series will happen and the timing and all that good stuff if the Negro Leaguers win today. If, on the other hand, the Dead Ballers win the 1901 to 1920 club, that would boost them to 8 wins, and they would be in a tie for second place and continue playing. Their next opponent would be the not yet Hall of Famers. If they win that game, they'd be at 9 wins. And then they would come up and play the 1981 to the present American League. And if they won that, they would be the home field advantage for the World Series, and they would host the Negro League's Hall of Famers. So there are really only 2 ways this can go. Either the Negro Leagues are going to close out the season by winning today, or the Dead Ballers are going to continue their shot at making a run at the World Series. Regardless, with all these teams near the 8, 9, 10 win mark, something is going to break here soon, and we will have our World Series matchup. But again, more about that after today's game, if the Negro Leagues win. All right, the opposing pitchers today, it's a good matchup. It always is in this tournament. It's going to be Bullet Joe Rogan for the Negro League's Hall of Famers against Addie Joss for the Dead Ballers. So with all of that said as preamble, there's so much on the line in this game. I'm glad you're with me. Let's get to today's starting lineups. There are boards for today's game using the small 66 book because it's easier to use when I make a video. Very scientific reason, but the results are good too. All right, so the lineups for today's game, we'll start with the visiting Negro Leaguers. Leading off in center field, it's Turkey Stearns. Batting second, it's the first baseman, Mule Suttles. Buck Leonard gets the day off today as part of my rotation. Oscar Charleston bats third, he'll play right field. Josh Gibson bats fourth, he'll do the catching. Judd Wilson bats fifth, he'll play third. Willard Brown, Home Run Brown, bats sixth and plays left field. Pop Lloyd will bat 7th and play second base. Willie Wells bats 8th. He'll be the shortstop. And Bullet Rogan will be the pitcher. He is a B pitcher with an XZ set of modifiers, and he can hit. 2-way player from back. He was with the 1924 Monarchs, who won the first Negro Leagues World Series. All right, for the homestanding 1901 to 1920 Dead Ballers, it's Ty Cobb leading off in right field. Eddie Collins bats second at second base. Tris Speaker bats third in center field. Honus Wagner bats fourth. He'll play shortstop. Sam Crawford bats 5th. He'll play right field. Home Run Baker bats 6th. He'll play 3rd. George Sisler bats 7th. He'll play first base. And Ray Schock bats 8th. He'll do the catching. On the mound, it's right-hander Addie Joss, an AC pitcher with YZ modifiers. There are your lineups for today's game. Stern stepping in the batter's box against Addie Joss, ready to get today's game underway. Big one for the Negro Leaguers. They win, and the season is over. And we go to the World Series. Joss kicks and deals to the center fielder for the Negro Leaguers, and it's to center and deep. Tris Speaker on his horse, and it's gone. It's a 1-0 lead for the Negro Leaguers on a leadoff home run in the first inning by Turkey Stearns. Yikes. Lightning strikes. Mule Suttles against Joss. Kicks and deals. Ground ball hit to Eddie Collins. He throws to Sisler for out number 1. Here's Oscar Charleston. Joss winds and delivers. Ball 4 to him. 1 out, 1 on for the Negro Leaguers in the first, and here's Josh Gibson. Josh the stretch, checks Charleston at first. The pitch to Josh is to center and deep. Another bomb. Back goes Speaker, warning track, wall, and it's gone. A 3-0 lead in the first 4 batters of the game for the Negro Leaguers. Yikes. That's going to get action going in the bullpen for the dead ballers. Joe McGinnity and Chief Bender start to throw. Pair of right-handers. Judd Wilson at the plate. The pitch from Joss is a ground ball to Eddie Collins. He's up with it and throws to Sisler for out number 2 in the first inning. Willard Brown up. Joss kicks and deals. Ground ball Eddie Collins. He's going to tie a record held by many. He throws to Sisler, and that retires the side. But the Negro Leaguers, with a pair of bombs, have taken a 3-0 lead before the dead ballers even get to bat. All right, Rogan, no stranger to big games, will face Cobb, Collins, and Speaker in the dead ballers' first inning. The pitch hit to right. Oscar Charleston toward the line is there, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Eddie Collins now. Collins, the pitch. It's a base hit to center field. Drops in front of Stearns. 1 out, 1 on for the dead ballers. Here's Speaker. Dead ballers have been aggressive all tournament, and let's see if they continue down 3 runs. Rogan the stretch. The pitch to Speaker. There goes Collins. Fly ball to left. That's Willard Brown. In left center, he makes the catch. Collins slams on the brakes and gets back to first base. That'll bring up Wagner with 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the first. The Negro Leaguers with a 3-run lead. The pitch from Rogan is a called... Nope, I'm wrong. I'm on the wrong page. There goes Collins trying to steal. The throw from Josh Gibson down to Pop Lloyd is in time. They get him. So they try and be aggressive, but run themselves out of the inning. After 1 complete, it's 3-0 Negro Leaguers. This could be it. Pop Lloyd, Willie Wells, Charles Bullet Rogan. Joe Rogan, yeah, that's who I mean. The pitch from Joss to Lloyd. Hit to center, not deep. Speaker makes the catch. 1 down. Willie Wells. Joss kicks and deals. Ground ball to Frank Home Run Baker. He throws to Sisler for out number 2. And now it's Rogan. Bullet. The bullet. The pitch from Joss. Ground ball, Baker. He gloves it and throws to Sisler, and the side is retired in the second inning. The Negro Leaguers still hold a 3-0 advantage, and those are 3 huge runs to overcome for a team without much power. In the dead ballers, it's Wagner, Crawford, and Baker, 4, 5, 6. In the dead ballers, second inning, Rogan kicks and deals. Hey, struck out Wagner on the broccoli cauliflower medley. Yes. Now it's Crawford. Rogan winds and delivers a hanger. Crawford to right center and deep. It's going to 2-hop the wall. Stearns collects it and fires it back in. Crawford's got a 1-out double, and here's home run Baker. One of the heroes of last game. Rogan the stretch and the delivery, and it's a hanger to Baker. Baker to left center and deep. It's going to split Brown and Stearns. The dead ballers get on the board as Crawford crosses home plate and Baker has a double. It's 3-1. Now it's Sisler, Rogan the stretch, and the pitch to George. Base hit over second base. Pop Lloyd couldn't get it. Into right center. Scoring is Baker. I think. Yes, scoring is Baker. It's 3-2. So Sisler comes through with an RBI single. And now it's Schock. Rogan the stretch. That's going to get action going in the Negro Leaguers bullpen. They don't want to mess around today. Hilton Smith starts to throw. Schock against Rogan, the pitch. And there goes Sisler to second. Gibson's throw down to Willie Wells is not in time. Sisler steals the bag, and he's in scoring position with 1 out in the second for Schock. Behind in the count 0-1. Rogan's pitch. Hit to right. Under it is Oscar Charleston. Holding is Sisler, and there's 2 down. Now it'll be Addie Joss with a chance to help himself and drive in the tying run. Rogan the stretch. The pitch to Joss. Hey, struck him out on a bender. That's going to retire the side, but the dead ballers get back in it with 2 runs on 3 hits. They leave 1. After 2 complete, we got another good one. It's a 3-2 ball. Excuse me. It's a 3-2 ball game. Turkey Stearns mules Suttles Oscar Charleston up in the Negro Leaguers' 3rd inning. The pitch from Joss to Stearns is hit on the ground to Frank Baker. To his left, he gloves it and throws to Sisler for out number 1. Suttles up now, 0 for 1. Joss kicks and deals, and it's a hanger to the mule. Over first base, past Sisler, down into the corner. Suttles around first, heading to second with a 1-out double. McGinnity and Bender start to throw again in the Negro Leagues, or in the dead ballers bullpen. 1 out and a man in scoring position for Charleston. Joss the stretch and the delivery to him is hit in the air to center. Tris Speaker coming in a few steps, holding his Suttles, and there are 2 down. Now it's Gibson. Joss the stretch, the delivery to Josh Gibson. Ground ball, Sisler. He gloves it, and he flips to Joss covering first, and that will retire the Negro Leaguers in the 3rd. They miss a chance to get a big insurance run, or as they say in Central Illinois, insurance. And it's Rogan facing the top of the order. Charles Bullet Rogan against Cobb, Collins, and Speaker. In the 3rd. The pitch to Ty. Hit to right. Dying Quail. And a diving catch by Oscar Charleston. There's 1 out. Eddie Collins at the plate. The pitch to Eddie is a hanger. He drills it to right field. It's going to get over the head of Oscar Charleston and bang off the wall. Look at Collins run. He's around second. The relay from Lloyd to Judd Wilson. Sliding is Eddie Collins, and he's in with a triple. He's 90 feet away with the tying run. 1 out, 1 on for Speaker. Rogan the stretch, the delivery to Triss. Ball 4, he walked him. There are dead ballers at the corners now for Honus Wagner. That's going to do it for Rogan. He is, yeah, they're going to get Hilton Smith. Smith will bat in the 9 spot. Smith actually could hit a little bit too. He played some outfield when he wasn't pitching. And so, Rogan's day is done. He went 2 1/3 innings. He allowed 5 hits. He walked a man and struck out 2. Now it's Hilton Smith. Righty-righty matchup, so Smith gets a bump to an A for a batter against Wagner. He has YZ modifiers. When he faces Crawford, he'll be back down to a B. There are men at first and third for the dead ballers in the bottom of the third. They trail 3-2. The infield moves in against Wagner. No, they don't. They're going to play it normal depth. Try for a double play. Smith, the stretch, the delivery to Wagner. Hit in the air to left. Under it is Willard Brown. Tagging is Collins. And holding is Collins at third base. 2 down now. It's Crawford at the plate. Baker on deck if Crawford should reach. The pitch from Smith to Crawford. And what do we got here? I don't know what that means. I'll show you what we've got, and I'll show you why I'm struggling with it. It says runner out, stealing home, other to second, 2-4-2. But with 2 outs, which is what the asterisk is telling us, it's a 2-6 put out. So does the run score? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. So it'll be a 2-6 Speaker out trying to steal from Josh Gibson to Willie Wells, and that will close out the inning. So the Negro Leaguers dodge a bullet in the third. We go to the fourth. The Negro Leaguers lead 3-2. Addie Joss got a hold serve here, and he'll face Wilson, Brown, and Lloyd. In 5-6-7 in the Negro Leaguers' fourth. Josh winds and delivers to Wilson, and hey, struck him out on the broccoli cauliflower medley. Gas. That's 1 strikeout for Josh today. Here's Willard Brown. 0 for 1, the pitch from Josh. Hit to left, into left center. On the run is Sam Crawford, and he gets there for out number 2. Here's Pop Lloyd with 2 outs and nobody aboard. Josh winds and deals a hanger. Lloyd, it's to left center and deep, and it's over the head of Tris Speaker. Lloyd can fly around second base, heading to third. Speaker to Wagner to Baker, and not in time. Lloyd's in with a head first slide. Here's Willie Wells. Hilton Smith is on deck. They're going to walk Wells to get to Smith. But as I mentioned before, Smith can handle the bat, so we'll see if this works. Negro Leaguers at the corners with 2 outs. Joss in another jam. McGinnity and Bender are ready in the bullpen. Josh the stretch and the delivery to Smith, and he hits it to left but not deep. Under it is Sam Crawford, and that will retire the side. Negro Leaguers threaten with 2 outs but don't score. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 3-2 Negro Leaguers over the dead ballers. Crawford, Baker, and Sisler, a trio of lefties against Hilton Smith in the bottom of the fourth. Wahoo Sam Crawford, the pitch from Hilton Smith. Hit to center, but not deep. Coming on is Turkey Stearns for out number 1. Frank home run Baker at the plate. Smith winds and deals. Base hit for Baker to left field. He takes him the other way on a bender. So Baker's aboard. Sisler up. Smith the stretch. Checks Baker. The pitch home to Gibson is taken for a strike by Sisler. There goes Baker on the attempted steal. The throw from Gibson down to Pop Lloyd is not in time, and Baker steals second. Man in scoring position with 1 out now for Sisler. He singled in the second. Smith the stretch and the delivery to Sisler. Ground ball, Pop Lloyd. He throws to Mule Suttles for the out as Baker goes to third with 2 outs, and now it's Schock. Joss is in the on-deck circle. I'm not going to walk Schock because I think I would pinch hit for Joss. So Smith is going to go after Schock, and it's hit to center but not deep. Turkey Stearns in left center a few steps. Makes the catch for out number 3. So we go to the 5th, and it's 3-2 Negro Leaguers. Joss gets the top of the order. Stearns, Suttles, and Charleston in the Negro Leaguers' 5th. Stearns led off the game with a home run today. Joss winds and deals. Ground ball, home run Baker. He gloves it to his left. He plants and fires to Sisler for out number 1. Here's the Mule, 1 for 2. Joss winds and deals. Popped him up. Home run Baker, 1 more time. 2 gone. And now Oscar Charleston. 0 for 1. Joss kicks and delivers. Popped him up. He jammed him. Home run Baker on the infield dirt. Calls for it and takes it for out number 3. And we're halfway through this one. And the Negro Leaguers lead 3-2. Addie Joss will lead off the bottom of the 5th. Then it'll be Cobb and then Collins. Smith winds and deals. Ground ball, Pop Lloyd. He's up with it and throws to Mule Suttles for 1 out. Here's Cobb. Smith kicks and delivers. Hit to center and to right center. Turkey Stearns on the run, and he's going to get there for out number 2. Eddie Collins with nobody aboard. He's 2 for 2 today. The pitch to Eddie. Ground ball, Judd Wilson. He gloves it and throws to Mule Suttles, and that retires the dead ballers. 1, 2, 3 in the 5th. We go to the 6th, getting late, but a 3-2 Negro Leagues lead. Josh Gibson, Judd Wilson, and Willard Brown due up in the 6th. Josh kicks and delivers to Josh Gibson, and it's to left and deep. Back goes Sam Crawford. Gone. Second bomb of the day for Josh Gibson. It's 4-2 Negro Leaguers. Judd Wilson coming up. 0 for 2 today. Josh kicks and deals. Hey, struck him out. Second strikeout for Josh. Second strikeout for Wilson today. Wilson. Willard Brown 0 for 2. Josh kicks and deals. Ball 4. Brown's on, and that's going to do it. Here comes John McGraw. He wants the ball, and he wants a new pitcher. Pop Lloyd is going to be on. And it's going to be one of McGraw's pitchers, Iron Man Joe McGinnity, taking over here in the 6th. So Joss goes 5 1/3 innings, allows 5 hits, 3 of them were long balls. He walked 2 men, and he walked a third one unintentionally. He walked a third one intentionally. He struck out 2. He allowed 4 runs so far, but Brown is his responsibility on first base. There's 1 out in the 6th, and Joss can only lose it. Iron Man Joe McGinnity was I guess the number 2 starter with Christy Mathewson on McGraw's great teams. He is an A pitcher with a YZ set of modifiers. He's facing Lloyd, who is a left-handed batter. Brown is at first. McGinnity the stretch and the pitch to Pop, who's 1 for 2. And the pitch to Lloyd. Ground ball Sisler to his right. He gloves it and feeds McGinnity covering as Brown moves to second base. With 2 outs, it's Willie Wells. They're going to walk him again and go after Hilton Smith. Now the Negro Leaguers could pinch hit for Smith here. Yeah, they're going to do it. That's going to knock Smith out of the game. And let's see who they call on to do the pinch hitting chores. It's going to be Buck Leonard. Didn't start today. His turn to take the day off, but he does get to pinch hit. Buck Leonard hits for Smith here. And in the bullpen, starting to throw is Ray Brown, who's no stranger to big games. And so Leonard is going to hit for Hilton Smith with 2 on and 2 outs. McGinnity the stretch and the delivery to Buck Leonard. He popped him up. That wouldn't be a home run in a phone booth. Honus Wagner on the infield dirt and takes it for out number 3. So the Negro Leaguers settle for a run on 1 hit. It's another home run by Josh Gibson. And after 5.5, the Negro Leaguers lead this one 4-2. The new pitcher, Ray Brown, will bat in the 9th spot. He also played some outfield when he was not pitching. And he will face the meat of the dead ballers order, Speaker, Wagner, and Crawford, lefty, righty, lefty. Brown is a B-grade pitcher with a YZ set of modifiers. Hilton Smith went 2 1/3 innings. Allowed a hit, that's it. Nothing else. All right. So, Ray Brown is on. The pitch to Speaker. Hit to right toward the line. Oscar Charleston on his horse, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Wagner up. Ray Brown to him. Honus is 0 for 2. Ground ball, Judd Wilson. He gloves it and throws to Suttles for out number 2. And now Sam Crawford, 1 for 2. The pitch from Brown. Center field. Popped into center. Turkey Stearns coming on, and he makes the catch for out number 3. We go to the 7th with your score. Negro Leaguers 4. Dead Ballers 2. Top of the order coming against Iron Man Joe McGinnity. I'm going to write in McGinnity here in the 9th spot in the order. Okay, there we go. So he'll face Stearns, who's 1 for 3. The pitch from Joe McGinnity. There's a foul ball. Somebody from Milwaukee, Wisconsin gloved that one. The next delivery to Stearns is hit on the ground to Eddie Collins. He cuts it off from going up the middle, plants and throws to George Sisler for out number 1. Here's Suttles. The mule is 1 for 3. The pitch from McGinnity is drilled to right center and deep. It's going to split Cobb and Speaker. Around first is Suttles. He will take second with a double. And with 1 out, he's in scoring position now for Oscar Charleston. Well, And they're going to have Martin Digo run for Mule Suttles. Here in the 7th at second base. Digo can run, Suttles cannot. It's as simple as that. Charleston at the plate. It's a big run in scoring position. McGinnity the stretch and the delivery to Charleston. Hey, struck him out. That's the first for McGinnity. 2 gone in the 7th. Now it's Gibson. First base is open. They're going to pitch to him. Why not? McGinnity, the stretch, the delivery to Gibson, and it's a hanger. Did he get it? Did he get it? He got it. Left center field. It's going to be extra bases. Scoring is Digo. It's 5-2 Negro Leaguers. Around first is Gibson. He will go to second. With a 2-out double, he's got 4 RBIs on the day. It's a 5-2 Negro Leagues lead in the 7th. Now Judd Wilson's going to get that intentional walk, and they're going to pitch to Willard Brown. Wilson's going to come out for a pinch runner. And a new third base. Oh, no, I don't have a third baseman who's fast. So Wilson's going to stay in the game. And Willard Brown is up. McGinnity the stretch. The delivery to Brown. So it's first and second. That is a 40. Ground ball. Wagner. He flips to Collins, and Collins drops the ball. He flips to Collins to go the short way to end the inning, and Collins dropped the ball. The bases are loaded with Negro Leaguers. That's going to do it for McGinnity. John McGraw wants Chief Bender, a Connie Mack pitcher, and Bender's going to come on in the 5 spot in the order. Sam Crawford will call it a day. We're going to get a new left fielder for the Dead Ballers. And that will be Fred Clark, Pirates center fielder, will take over in left for the Dead Ballers. And bat in the 9 spot. Sam Crawford's day is done. All right. So Bender is on. McGinnity went 1 1/3 innings. Excuse me. He allowed 2 hits. He walked 2 men intentionally. He allowed 1 run so far. It's earned, but subsequent runs will be unearned because of the error by Collins. Bender is a A-grade pitcher with XZ modifiers. He'll face Lloyd, who's 1 for 3. The bases are loaded with Negro Leaguers. They lead 5-2 here in the 7th. If they win, the season is over. We go to the World Series. The pitch from Bender to Lloyd. The infield is at normal depth, of course. We're in the top of the 7th. The pitch, and is a hanger to Lloyd. Bender hung one. It's going to be over third base, past a diving home run Baker. Scoring is Gibson. Scoring is Wilson. Around third, they're waving the speedy Willard Brown. He will score. Lloyd gets to third. It's a bases-clearing triple. And it might be time to start printing World Series tickets for the Negro Leaguers. A 3-run triple for Pop Lloyd. And now the Negro Leagues lead 8-2 in the top of the 7th. They're going to walk Willie Wells again and now pitch to Ray Brown and try and get out of this inning, this nightmarish 7th inning. Ray Brown comes to the plate. So it's Wells at first, Lloyd at third, Ray Brown at the plate. Bender the stretch, the delivery to Brown. Hey, struck him out, but wow, what an inning for the Negro Leaguers. They get 4 huge runs on 3 hits and error. 3 of the 4 runs are unearned, but they still count. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's time to stretch them out with your score. The Negro Leaguers 8, the Dead Ballers 2. We're going to see some changes now for the Negro Leaguers on defense. Yeah. Judd Wilson is coming out of the game, and he will be replaced by Judy Johnson at third base. Martin Digo will go in the game at first base after pinch running for Mule Suttles. So that tightens up the defense. And now the Dead Ballers have 9 outs to score at least 6 runs. That's not going to be an easy task. All right, so we got Home Run Baker, George Sisler, and maybe Ray Schock coming up for the Dead Ballers in the bottom of the 7th. Ray Brown kicks and deals. Base hit for Baker. There's a good start over shortstop past the outstretched glove of Willie Wells. That's going to start action in the Negro Leagues. Bullpen, they're smelling blood. Jose Mendez and Andy Cooper, lefty-righty double-barreled action. Starting to throw. Sisler 1 for 2 digs in. Brown the stretch, the pitch to Sisler. And Brown catches Baker off first. No, he's back in time. He's back in time. The next pitch to Sisler. Ground ball third, knocked down by Judy Johnson. Picks it up, throws to Digo at first base, and there's 1 down. Schock is due. They're going to hit for him. Going to see a hitter for the Dead Ballers catcher. It's going to be Ed Roush. Normally, I don't like to pinch hit for position players in the 7th. It tends to bite me, but they're so far down, they got to get runs. Brown the stretch. He checks Baker at second. The delivery to Roush. Ground ball. Oh, wait. I'm on the wrong page. Ground ball, Willie Wells. He checks Baker at second and throws to Digo at first, and there's 2 down. Now it's Fred Clark. Brown the stretch and the delivery to Clark. He walked him. 2 on now for Cobb. Collins is on deck. Ty is 0 for 3 in this huge game. Brown the stretch and the delivery to Ty Cobb. He bunts. It's a bunt. It's past Ray Brown and everybody's going to be safe. The bases will be loaded for Eddie Collins. Tris Speaker is on deck. Collins is due up. They're going to let him go. They're going to leave Brown in. And he will pitch to Collins. Brown will go from the windup. The pitch to Collins is ball 2. The next delivery. Hit to right. into right center. On the run is Charleston. He gets there for out number 3, and that retires the dead ballers. Whew, that was close. We almost had a game again. All right, so Roush is going to go into left field. Clark is going to come out. Wait a minute. What did I do wrong? Oh, I see what I did wrong. Bresnahan is going to catch and bat in the 5th spot. Another John McGraw player. Bresnahan will be the new catcher. And the new pitcher will be Grover Cleveland Alexander. And he will bat in the 9 spot. So Alexander is on for Bender. All right. Alexander is an AC pitcher with an XZ set of modifiers. And he will face the top of the Negro Leagues order, Stearns, Digo, and Charleston in the 8th. The Negro Leaguers lead 8-2. A lot of substitutions going on. Alexander winds and deals to the Negro Leagues center fielder, popped him up. That's home run Baker, and that's 1 down. Here's Digo. His first at bat after pinch running and scoring last inning. The pitch. Ground ball Baker. He gloves it and throws to Sisler for out number 2. Oscar Charleston is 0 for 3. Alexander winds and deals, and hey, struck him out on a bender. That retires the side in the 8th. And now it's Speaker, Wagner, and Bresnahan coming up for the dead ballers against Ray Brown. Brown's 3rd full inning of work. Mendez and Cooper are ready in the bullpen for the Negro Leagues. We're in the bottom of the 8th. The Negro Leaguers lead 8-2. Speaker is 0 for 2. The pitch to Triss is ball 4. Now it's Wagner. Outs are precious for the dead ballers right now. Brown the stretch and the delivery. It's hit to center, right center. Stearns on the run. Stearns gets there and there's 1 out. The Negro Leaguers are 5 outs from the World Series. Bresnahan up now. Brown the stretch, the delivery. Hit to center but not deep. Stearns again and makes the catch for out number 2. Here's Baker. He's 3 for 3. He's been clutch. The pitch is a ground ball to Pop Lloyd. He's going to go the short way to Willie Wells, and that will retire the dead ballers in the 8th. We go to the 9th with the score. Negro Leaguers 8, dead ballers 2. Might be the end of the regular season. Alexander back out for inning number 2. He'll face Gibson, Judy Johnson, and Willard Brown in the 9th. Josh Gibson, a huge day in the biggest game of the year. 3 for 4, 2 bombs, 4 RBIs, 3 runs scored. He's driving everybody back to the hotel after the game. Alexander kicks and deals. Ball 4, he walked him. All right. You wanted no part of him. Judy Johnson at the plate. Infield at double played up. The pitch from Alexander. is a ground ball to Baker to his right. Gloves it, drops it, picks it up, fires to Sisler. They get Johnson by half a step as Gibson moves to second base. Now it's Willard Brown with one out in the top of the ninth. Brown is 0 for 3. The pitch to Brown. Hit to left, into left center. On the run is Ed Roush, and he gets there. It pays to have center fielders on defense. Returning to second is Gibson. And with 2 outs now, it's Pop Lloyd, who hit the big bases-clearing triple in the 7th that maybe iced it for the Negro Leaguers. 2 for 4 for Lloyd. The pitch from Alexander. He pops him up. Eddie Collins on the infield dirt, calling and taking for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the 9th. With your score, Negro Leaguers 8, Dead Ballers 2. Ray Brown out for inning number 4. Sisler, Roush, and a pinch... No, I'm sorry. Sisler, Roush, and a pinch hitter for Alexander coming up in the bottom of the 9th. They need 6 to stay alive. Ray Brown winds and deals to Sisler. Hit on the ground to Willie Wells. He's up with it and throws to Digo at first base, and there's 1 down. Ed Roush, 0 for 1. The pitch to Ed is a hanger. Maybe Brown's getting tired. And a base hit to left center. Roush goes the other way. 1 out, 1 on for the Dead Ballers. They're still breathing. We're going to get a pinch hitter now for Grover Cleveland Alexander. It's going to be Harry Hooper. The Red Sox outfielder. One out, 1 on. Hooper at the plate. Brown still on. The stretch. The pitch to Hooper. Hit in the air to right. Oscar Charleston in his tracks makes the catch for out number 2. That makes Ty Cobb the last chance saloon. Eddie Collins is on deck. The pitch to Ty. He's 1 for 4. The pitch from Brown. Base hit for Cobb. Over the outstretched glove of Digo. And going to third stopping at second is Roush. First and second for the Dead Ballers. Here's Eddie Collins. Might be Brown's last hitter here. Speaker is on deck. Brown the stretch. The delivery to Collins. Popped him up. He jammed him. Pop Lloyd on the infielder, calling and taking, and that is the ball game. The Negro Leaguers win 8-2, and the season is over. Now we go to the World Series, but first let's give you the totals. For the victorious and first place Negro Leaguers, 8 runs, 7 hits. Excuse me. No errors. For the Dead Ballers, 2 runs, 9 hits, and they committed 1 deadly error by Eddie Collins. They also walked 1, 2, 3 men unintentionally and 4 men intentionally. All right. The winning pitcher is Charles Bullet Rogan. The save goes to Ray Brown for pitching 4 innings of shutout ball. Oh, no, I'm wrong. Rogan didn't pitch long enough. It's Hilton Smith with the win. Excuse me. And Addie Joss with the loss. Now let's update the standings and talk World Series. Here are your standings. Took us 54 games, and we have our World Series matchup. The Negro Leaguers, by winning the 10th game, and because there's no tie for second place as there was for the longest time in this tournament, we have our World Series matchup. The Negro Leaguers will be the home team. They have home field advantage, and they will be playing the 1981 of the present National League, who were in second place with 8 wins. The other teams are done. The World Series will be a best of 3 games. And what I'm doing is I'm giving a travel day for the next day on the schedule. And what that will do is to give each team a chance to partially reset their pitching rotations. And I'm eliminating the rest requirement, so we're starting over with that. Any lineup works for any of the 3 games. If there are 3 games, there might only be 2 games in the World Series. I chose a best of 3 for the World Series in part because it's a 54-game season, and I want intensity. I want every roll to mean something, and that's the other reason. So, we're going to take next week with no APBA on my channel, and then the last week of June we're going to run the World Series, starting with a World Series special that's going to go over the teams, the matchups, and the performance of these 2 teams against each other during the tournament. We'll talk about that as well. So that'll be on Monday. And then we'll go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with the World Series. If needed, 3 days. Might only be 2. And that's where we'll finish up with the King of the Hill, APBA Hall of Fame set King of the Hill tournament. The other thing that I'm going to be doing shortly is to talk about the next King of the Hill tournament, which I'm going to do another one with a different game and a slightly different format. And so we'll talk about that soon as well. Thank you for supporting this tournament. Your interest has really kept it going. So it's a credit to you that this thing is chugging to a conclusion. We got 2 or maybe 3 games left. So no APBA next week. In 2 weeks, we will do the World Series special and then run the World Series on consecutive nights. Thank you so much for being with me. I hope you have a great day. Oh, just to kind of pique your interest, the starting pitcher for the 1981 to the present National League in Game 1 will be Greg Maddux. I know that for sure because he's next up in the rotation, number 1, and he's their number 1 starter anyway. And the Negro League's pitcher for the opener will either be Smokey Joe Williams or Rube Foster. Satchel Paige could come back in Game 2 if they need him to, or he might go in Game 3. So we'll see how that works out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks for being with me. Make sure to click like and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter at KurtBerglund14. Have a great day, everybody. So long, everybody.